What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Littleroot Lettering. As you can tell, I probably sound awful today because I feel awful. So we're just gonna try to bust through this and power through, and hopefully not make too many play mistakes today. But it'll be all right, because we got to put content out. So this is Zordor's Eternatus team that he sent in with Black Sludge, Recover, Protect, Flamethrower, and Dynamax. Very, very much reminiscent to me of that Stall-ternatus set that I played forever ago back in Series 10. We also have paired, of course, because now we're in Series 12 and we have double restricted. We have Solgaleo here with Weakness Policy paired next to Entei, so we can do bulldoze things. Triple attack plus protect on Solgaleo. Nothing really overly exciting there. Sacred Fire plus E-Speed here on Entei as well, plus Charcoal. This is hopefully going to do just an absolute ton into opposing Groudons when they set the sun. I'm assuming with Charcoal plus Sacred Fire, we just are able to do a ton of damage and potentially pick up KOs. Of course, we have Grimmsnarl here as well with Reflect Light Screen. We are a Berry, so I believe behind Screens plus Berry, we are able to lift hits from Zacian, so they can fire off an opposing Thunder Wave as well. And then, of course, Spirit Break, just so we have a damaging attack. But the really interesting part of this team, of course, is we have this AV Thundurus down here with Volt Absorb, because we are Thundurus Therian, not something we see a ton of anymore, but something I'm actually really excited to play with. We do have Focus Blast, which I think is kind of concerning, and something we kind of talked about on the podcast for next week, because we recorded it before I'm recording this. I haven't actually played games with this yet, so I'm really interested to see how that works out. And then to round the team out, we have hopefully our Charizard counter here with Thick Fat Snorlax, Double-Edged Seed Bomb, Darkest Lariat, and Yawn. This is very reminiscent of the things that people are trying to do with basically any of the thick fat mons. You're able to live hits from both Calyrex and Charizard potentially and do a ton of damage back to them. In reality, I have no idea how well this is going to work out because the Rainier Sun team is obviously very, very good. And I'm curious to see if we can actually do this. It's weird to me that we have Snorlax plus Solgaleo here and we don't have a Trick Room aspect of this team. Obviously, we're not doing belly drum things with Snorlax because, well, we would rather be able to live hits and lose half our HP. But I still do think that a Trick Room mode on Solgaleo would be beneficial here, and I'm interested to see how that comes up and if it does at all. So let's get to it. Game number 1, we have Solgaleo plus Calyrex. With the Draco Fish on their side as well. Otherwise, pretty standard stuff. Insane, Grimmsnarl, Eliki, nothing overly exciting. I think I really like Snorlax here. Unfortunately, they're just able to intimidate us down, which is going to be concerning. Thundurus does seem really appealing as well, especially since they have Eliki on their side. Could do Eternatus plus Grimmsnarl up front. That's really bad if they leave Calyrex though. So we could do, I think Grimmsnarl plus Thundurus is pretty good up front. I think I want Eternatus and Solgaleo in the back then. I could drop Solgaleo and bring Entei. No, I think this is fine. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. I think Snorlax is fine. Obviously being immune to Astral Barrage is very good for it here, but being intimidated seems really bad for Snorlax, seeing how we don't have a boosting move or anything. And I don't think that's particularly what we want to do. Alright, what do we got here, opponent? What are we bringing to the table? Solgaleo plus Calyrex. Okay. So I think this is probably Reflect plus... I could Thunder Wave plus Max Darkness into the Calyrex. I think they're more likely to max Solgaleo here. I think setting Reflect here is probably fine. And then, yeah, we'll go for the Max Darkness here into Calyrex. Hope they're Life Orb and not Focus Sash. But I have a feeling Calyrex here lately have all been shifting over to like Focus Sash in my games. So would not be surprised to see this live on 1 this turn. This could also be like Sucker Punch into their... No, it's not Sucker Punch. It could just be Bulldoze. But if it's Bulldoze, I don't really care. Like, I'm setting Reflect here, and then next turn I can go for like Thunder Wave into the Solgaleo. Yep, there's a Reflect. I'm hoping between Reflect and our Babiri we're able to live a Steel Spike into Grimmsnarl this turn. Yep, there's your policy. Naturally crit my Grimmsnarl. Focus Sash? It is, okay. Alright. They're going to lower that special defense. Of course, they have full metal body on Solgaleo, so they're not going to get stat drop there. Oh, they have Unnerve. I forgot about Unnerve. That's fine. Maybe going for T-Wave was probably just better there. Who knows? And now I can bring out... I don't feel great about this. Bring out Eternatus, which is going to be slower than Calyrex. Probably also have Max Quake. I mean, they already have their policy triggered, so I'll go for the Flamethrower here. I kind of want to Overgrowth into the Calyrex just to pick up the KO and set Grassy Terrain, but I think that's really bad. I think I don't want to waste a max move into Calyrex here. I think it's correct just to double into Solgaleo, try to take it out. Are they Scarf? That's what this feels like. No, we know there's Sash. What am I talking about? We know there's Sash. That did not do a lot. I say that, but you know, it casually did 50%. Fortunately, they do have Max Squeak as well. Probably just dead. Oh! Oh, Eternatus! They are +1 special defense on Solgaleo now, which is unfortunate, but you know, honestly, pretty decent damage, all things considered. I'm going to protect this turn. I can see them max guarding. Do they max guard? Or do they try to take out my Eternatus? I'm gonna Overgrowth, take out the Calyrex. We'll protect here. There's an Astral Barrage. No protect coming out from the Solgaleo, but Thundurus is still faster. said, that grassy terrain, try to get a little extra recovery on Eternatus here, hopefully. This is just a... yeah, it's just a Steel Spike. Okay. Into Thundy. So now they're at +2 defense, so I really need to be able to take them out with what I have on the field. They are also now +1 special defense from last turn, so, you know, we have our work cut out for us here. But we'll be fine. I think we'll be alright. Grimmsnarl's coming out from our opponent here. I think this is a perfect opportunity to swap out the Eternatus into Solgaleo. And I think I want to Dark Pulse Solgaleo, try to take it out. I want to get that speed drop off of Eternatus is the big deal here. And this could be like an Earthquake or something here. Scary Face going into Thundurus here. Some Steel Strike. I mean, this is a resisted hit regardless of where it goes. And I'm still behind Reflect. Okay. They are most likely not screens is the way this looks. Thundy's been pretty decent this game. Thundy has been pretty impressive so far. Just doing a ton of damage to everything that comes out. And Dracovish is their last. Luckily I still have Reflect up. Last turn though. I think I'm just going to Sunsteel Strike here. Let's see, in grassy terrain, I bet Thunderbolt is probably still more. And we can go for potential, like, T-Bolt. Oh, they do have Reflect. Interesting. Okay. Solgaleo is faster than their Dracovish. Interesting. Thundurus is going to go down here, but that's fine. They also can't Scary Face my Solgaleo. So Reflect is worn off, but I can bring in Eternatus and click Protect this turn. Take out the Grimmsnarl, then next turn I can click Recover. Because Eternatus is going to be faster than Dracovish as well. And I really just want to take out Grimmsnarl while they try to go for like a Scary Face into... they try to Scary Face my Eternatus. I feel really good about this game. I mean, honestly, I think I'm pretty far ahead regardless. I just don't think Dracovish is going to be able to pull off this 1v2. Wonder if they're like banned or what the item is here on Dracovish. I think that's the big question I have right now. If there's a Scary Face, perfect. So we are going to get to take the Grimmsnarl out. I don't think I played this game particularly great, but you know we were still able to hopefully come out with a W here. There's a Vicious Rend into Eternatus as well. I think the safest play this turn is to click Recover plus Rock Slide. Go for that flinch chance. I mean, I should be faster. There's no reason I shouldn't be faster here. I think Dynamax Cannon is just going to clean this game up the fastest. I don't imagine this doesn't KO. I can't imagine it doesn't. Perfect. So why delay this game when we can just win this turn? I think clicking recover there is just asinine and no reason for it. Cool, on the board. Game number 1. Yveltal Kyogre here is really interesting. Thundurus looks really appealing here. I really wish we had Airstream on Thundurus, because then I think we would line up exceptionally well against everything they have going on. And the fact that, like, we can set Electric Terrain against, like, a Mungus is fine, but the downside is we don't have Airstream to take a Mungus out, and if we set Electric Terrain, we still get put to sleep ourselves. Solgaleo doesn't look very appealing. Eternatus looks okay. They don't have Tailwind. I think Eternatus is fine. I think Thundurus is probably our Dynamax target. I like Entei, and I like probably just Grimmsnarl. I think if I'm bringing Grimmsnarl, I want it in the lead. If I do Thunder, I think this is a Snorlax game. Let's bring Snorlax. We haven't got to do it yet. Eliki Yveltal. Okay. Man, I wish I had Airstream. Get Darkness into Eliki here. And Protect. Also go into, I don't think swapping here is correct. I think just protecting here is probably the play. I want to try to do as much damage with, I want to try to one-shot the Yveltal, and like doubling up into it may be the play. If they go for Airstream this turn to outspeed me, I feel fine. There's the max coming out from the Yveltal, or a very, very slow Eliki, one of the two. Alright, cool. It's not a slow Eliki. Never seen it before, but you never know, man. Screech Eliki. Interesting. They are Sash. No surprise there. More importantly, going to get that special defense drop onto the Yveltal. So are they physical Yveltal then? Which means they don't have Oblivion Wing? That's really interesting. Do I think -1 is enough to KO this thing? Or should I go for another Darkness into Eliki? I don't think I want to lose Eternatus here. I think going into Entei is probably the play. And I will Lightning into the Yveltal. If Entei lives this turn, I can E-speed down the Eliki next turn. Naturally, Thundurus avoids because we're so smart. Ow! Is that a crit? Okay. I was gonna say, there's no possible way we get KO'd there. Holy cow. That, like, we're at neutral. I mean, at least I can bring in Eternatus now. Probably just... I think I just want to click recover this turn. And we will E-speed, take out the Eliki here. Alright, Eliki protects, that's fine. Eternatus holds on, that's the important part. I'm just trying to figure out why they're screeching. They're also going for darkness here. I don't know, this game's weird. Hopefully now we can get some answers. I think I just want to protect with Eternatus this turn. I want to try to figure out what they have going on. I think we're really far behind. I think that crit on our Thundurus is enough to just make us lose this game, unfortunately. Alright, E-speed finally takes out the Eliki. Question is, what are they doing here with Yveltal? Dual Wing Beat. Okay. Moogus coming in. See, I really want to take out the Amoonguss here. I could just double into it. I think I'll flamethrower and I'll go for Sacred Fire into the Yveltal, seeing how it's physical. Getting a burn off there would be good. Okay, okay. I know you're not Sash. Still really good damage. Citrus? Citrus Amoonguss is a mood. Getting the burn here would be very nice. Nice. Alright, cool. They're going to Spore my Eternatus. That's unfortunate, but honestly not the end of the world. I'll just click protect here. I get E-speed into... I think E-speed into the Yveltal here. Try to take it out is the best play. Yep, protect the Amoonguss, that's fine. I'm really hoping they go for like Sucker Punch here or something. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Eternatus just getting back all this extra recovery is really nice as well. And we still have a Snorlax in the back, can't forget that. There's the whale. Whale, whale, whale. I don't think we beat that one in a 1v1. I think I will Dynamax Cannon, and I will... could E-speed it. Could also Bulldoze this turn. I think I just need to E-speed. Try to do some damage before it fires off a Water Spout. It's honestly really good damage. There's the Rage Powder. Yep. They are Scarf. It's the only way that Eternatus gets outsped there because I'm still at neutral speed. Alright. Snorlax, come in, do your thing, buddy. Really need you to put on some put on a clinic here. I'm hoping they just spore. Okay. 2-turn sleep. And it looks like they are just going to go for a spore, but I don't think Snorlax lives this. Oh! Interesting. Too bad I'm slower than Amoonguss. Just get put back to sleep. I'm faster than Amoonguss. Okay. Suddenly we have a game. Alright, that is 2 water spouts. I could recover this turn. There's Scarf, so I think if I recover, I just win. Because I'll go back to basically full HP and then I'll go to sleep. And they're just not going to be able to do enough damage to me. Oh no. Did not even consider Pollen Puff. That's really bad. Suddenly this is a game again. So I can protect this turn. This should be their last water spout because I have pressure. So I think I'm safe to just double edge into the Amoonguss here. Because water spout at max PP has 8. Doubling every turn makes it into 4. And this should be their last water spout. Okay, Snorlax does hold on. Do we wake up? Nope. Okay. Last turn of rain here. I think I can go ahead and Dynamax Cannon the Amoonguss. Try to get an attack off here. Yep. Oh, struggling out water spouts on Scarf Kyogre is not something I anticipated doing with this team, but something I'm really glad I got to show off. Reshiram, Cali Ice. Snorlax could play here. Snorlax could definitely come to play. I think Entei's really appealing. I think Grimmsnarl's pretty appealing. Solgaleo is also pretty great. I think Solgaleo Entei is my lead. And just try to take out their TR setter depending on who it is. I could also just like not Dynamax and go for EQ or Rock Slide. I think I want Snorlax quite a bit here, and then probably just round it out with Eternatus. Eternatus is not very good into Cali Ice, but you know, we'll figure it out. What do we got, opponent? Amoonguss Reshiram. That one doesn't set Trick Room. Honestly, I think I just want to Sacred Fire the Amoonguss and protect Solgaleo this turn. Because I can see this being a max flare into Solgaleo. Okay, they're just going to withdraw. That's also fine. The Insane. Also just fine. Do you protect or do you try to spore my Solgaleo? Just being fully immune to Intimidate here feels really good. Okay, they do just protect. That's fine. So now I think I want to Bulldoze and Quake into the Amoonguss. That'll break Sash. That will KO. And get me a +1 special defense for when the Reshiram comes out. They can't redirect this because it's a spread move. Yeah, I don't think there's any way this goes poorly. They protected this last turn, so this should be just a free KO into the Amoonguss this turn. Thanks. Break that Sash potentially on Amoonguss. If this somehow lives a +2 Max Quake, I'll be very surprised. I'm hoping that's not the case. I would really like to not get spored. Perfect. So now it doesn't really matter what comes out. If Reshiram comes out, I already am boosted. So I can just like max guard plus Bulldoze. And then Solgaleo will be faster. If Cali Ice comes out, I'm already faster and can just blow them up. Yeah, Cali's gonna come out. They could try to Trick Room here. I could also see them just maxing and going for max guard. I think I'm going to play this safe and split my damage. Just in case they do max guard. I want to be able to say I did something this turn. Plus, firing off a Sacred Fire here means we could get the burn. Which will hopefully just negate out the weakness policy boost. Okay, there's the max guard, that's fine. Now I can double into it next turn. Also could just go for the max guard Bulldoze plays this next turn, which will let Solgaleo be the fastest thing on the field. I'm also +2 special defense on Solgaleo right now, so I'm not really worried about Reshiram, especially since they're not going to be able to max it. I think this is just double into the Calyrex and take it out. We'll Sacred Fire. We will Steel Spike. Burn. No policy. Okay. So what are you? Dead. Got it. You're very KO'd. Gonna get that defense boost. Not really gonna matter in the face of a Reshiram, but we're also +2 special defense already, so I'm feeling pretty good about this one. 3 turns of max, 3 KOs. Man, when Solgaleo is good, it is very, very good. And Solgaleo is actually already faster than Reshiram as well. Very interesting here. So I will go for E-Speed and EQ, and that should be GG. Opponent knows that I've had internet issues tonight, and so they're trying to stall us out. Trying to hope for that disconnect. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many matches I had disconnect tonight. And not all of them were on my end, but it has been a day, man. Just trying to record some good content, and it's been impossible tonight. But, you know, the games that we've shown off have been really good, so excited for this to go up and people to see it. Inte, thank you for your service, buddy. We appreciate you greatly. And just like that, you know, pretty easy day laddering, all things considered. This team's good. Team's really fun. Alright, final thoughts on Eternatus Snorlax. We never really got to do Snorlax things. You know, we brought it against the Kyogre team we ran into, but it was fine there in all actuality. I think it really is going to excel against opposing G-Max Charizards, which we didn't run into Rainia's Sun at all tonight, so unfortunately we didn't actually get to test that theory of how well this team lines up in as like a meta-defining pick against the team. But overall, this team was really good. Eternatus, you know, we got to click recover several different times, just really saw out our opponent's games. We missed a couple different T-waves tonight, which were all really backbreaking when it happened. But honestly, we rallied back in such a way where it didn't really matter. Entei was honestly really good. I you know, had made the assumption when we were talking about it on the podcast that it felt weird for this to not be Scarf Entei, just so you can guaranteed be the fastest thing, get your thing off before you get hit. But it was good. You know, a couple different times opponents didn't play around inner focus or whatever, and even when they did, Entei was just very good. The fact that Entei plus Solgaleo is just immune to Intimidate and Fake Out on the lead is very good for us. And not something I really considered when we were talking about this team. Thundurus was okay. I think we could drop Focus Blast for any flying type move. The question is like, what does it even get access to on the special side that we'd be willing to play? So I can get this pulled up. Looks like the only flying move we have access to is Fly. So that's really unfortunate, but man, not even like Air Slash, Air Cutter, anything. Just that's really unfortunate for Thundurus, because I honestly think Focus Blast is pretty poor, all things considered. And the fact that we don't have access to boost our speed basically at all on this team. Like, we have Bulldoze and we have T-Wave as our only forms of speed control, and I think that's something that this team could really use, could really benefit from. But unfortunately, Thundurus is just not going to be able to help us out at all on that front. So you could play like Hyper Beam, I guess, on it, because it has Max Strike, which is better than nothing, I guess. But I don't really care for Focus Blast. It never really came up, but I just don't think it's very useful for us, all things considered. So that's my thoughts, guys. I am very tired. I don't feel great. I'm going to go home and I'm going to go and drink a bunch of cough syrup and try to get rid of this gunk I have going on. And more importantly, thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic day. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week for some more laddering. Have a good one. Peace.